How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews. Back a little bit of Civil Life up in this piece in the form of their Czech style Pilsner lager. Yeah, this comes courtesy of my boy Jason. Sends off Civil Life just like a champion, man. A straight up champion. Ooh, that's dark. Czech Pils. And I'm curious to see how this now tastes, because these guys are uber traditional with just a small little soft kind of flair on their beers that are, they say typically pretty traditional, but as far as that looks very, very dark for a Pilsner. Now, it is all intensive, or all full disclosure, I mean, it is 3 months old. It should not affect the Pilsner, at least if it hasn't gone sideways, but that looks getting more towards like fest beer, kind of Marzen kind of territory as far as looks go. Pinky finger, half a pinky finger, just off white head, and just a rich kind of orange glow. Definitely not what you'd expect from typically from a Pilsner lager. Sure, more of a fall type kind of, even Maibach kind of thing going on, but Pilsner, not so much. But hey, while I spill it everywhere, let's get a nose. I'm kind of getting like a vibe like they mislabeled the beer, because I am getting a bigger malt forward kind of, you know, like I said, kind of fest beer, Bach-y kind of thing going on, more than a Pilsner here. It's very malt forward, toasty kind of crackery malt kind of thing going on. It smells quite nice, but it smells nothing like what I expect from just even a generic Pilsner, let alone a Czech Pilsner. There's not a huge kind of hop aggressiveness to it, while at the same time, what you typically expect from like a Czech style Pils, but there's also that maltiness. So I'm just gonna dive in. Cheers. Okay. While it is malt forward, a little bit, or a decent bit more malt forward than what you typically expect from a Czech Pils. Definitely has a Czech Pils level kind of hoppiness, and the way it's hopped comes off that way. It has this nice kind of old school Hallertau kind of Zazie kind of thing going on. This nice kind of spicy pop to it, nice kind of bittering, a little bit of tannic tea like vibes to it. But then that malt is definitely there. That's a bit more beefier, a bit more elevated. This is more of kind of like an Oktoberfest kind of festy beer for me than it is a Czech Pilsner. Actually, it has nothing to do with the Czech Pilsner other than the way the hops are kind of coming off on this. Is it good? Hell yeah. Is it a really well done lager? Absolutely. I like the way the malts come off. I like the way the hops come off. But I'm really hard pressed to believe that this is their Czech Pilsner. I don't think it is. I think they mislabeled a can, to be perfectly honest with you. I think they probably ran a bunch of cans, and this label, which what I expect to be, honestly, it probably, no, I was going to say might have been an Oktoberfest. I doubt it, because it's from May, which you wouldn't do an Oktoberfest, then you do an Oktoberfest. Give it a month. You want it out early to mid-September, so you know you're talking about like late June, early July. Is when you do that. So I'm expecting this might even be their, I mean, it might be their Maibach, to be perfectly honest with you, because of the canning date on it. But I'd be really hard-pressed. Let's put it this way. If it is, they didn't hit the style. I don't care about that. It's still a really tasty beer. But I'd be willing that if I had somebody from Civil Life sitting here right now and I said, is this your Czech Pils? They would go, no, that is not it. That is absolutely not it. This is our Maibach, or a Marzen, or something along those lines. I like how I flip between Marzen and Marzen. And Marzen, and all that stuff. So we're going to sit here and we're going to kind of judge it as a, not what's on the label, but as far as, I hate using the word judge. God damn it. I don't like using judge. Talk about the beer. Let's put it that way. More about what we're drinking as opposed to what's on the can. It's a really well done malt forward lager, nice hot presence to it. That malt really comes through with that nice kind of toasty, biscuity, a little bit of caramel malt kind of vibe to it, and a really tasty beer. A very delicious Maibach, or something along those lines. But yeah, really tasty stuff, and honestly, I would expect no less from Civil Life. One of my favorite breweries going, and honestly, the kookiest thing is I really want to know what beer this is, because there's no way, shape, or form is this their Czech Pilsner. But yeah, really tasty. Is this one of the better malt, not super aggressive, we're not talking like Bach level stuff, but malt forward, kind of low ABV lagers that I've had as of late? Yes. Is it one of the better Czech Pils I've had as of late? No, but it's still a really tasty beer. So we'll leave it at that. Value availability on this, no idea. Actually, I always say that out of knee jerkiness. I do know. Their beers are pretty much like $8, $9 a six-pack. All day with that, son. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like, malt forward lagers, but nothing too overtly aggressive. Above Vienna, below Bach, this will be your jam. So there you go. Review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massif. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting stuff, thank you very much again, Jason. Let me know if you've had this too. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of a lager right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.